way to the DC Gulag for the J6 Prisoner Vigil. And I'm running just a little bit late because I finally got my taxes all put together and organized and ready for the CPA, and went and dropped them at the CPA finally. I mean, I just dropped them at the CPA like 10 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. She and I have this kind of annual system. God bless her. So all she has to do is plug it in. And I pray that everything is there. Hello, everybody. I've got my glasses off just for a second. I can't see the page. So that is one of the reasons why I'm going, Gail. Absolutely. Good evening, Uncle Deuce, Pat, Cinnabee, Lindy, Gloria. We got everybody's in the house. Ohio Light, you are so welcome. I will not be listening to Wrong Way Wanda. I don't know, we might have to, we'll see. If I didn't listen to Wanda with Wrong Way Wanda, I'd probably be there, like, I would know the way, you know what I mean? Thanks, Cinnabee. It's a beautiful sunset. Thank you to the people who donated yesterday. I am definitely behind on my thank you notes. I would have already done those usually, but that will definitely come later. But I'm so grateful for all the help to keep this channel going. I cannot do it without y'all, and it is much needed, and I'm so grateful. No, I haven't heard anything yet, and I would have loved to have shown support. That was my initial plan for the day and what I wrote on the calendar, but I had to finish up those taxes. That was absolutely... I've got to take better care of my things, my responsibilities. That is for sure. My stuff has been falling by the wayside with all of this. Good evening. So we'll definitely get a Mun family update when we're there, I know. Wait, no, it's not too windy here. Oh, Gail, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Super sticker. God bless you. 3rd. Is that your friend that always restreams? I think David's restreaming too. Thank you, Uncle Deuce. Oh man, is it true too? Yeah, I'm gonna put I don't know what's happened to my little Glory Be watermark, so for right now it's just the Cash App one. Sorry about that. But I am and I'm not. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for the super sticker. The donations are really direly needed right now. We are in the hole, and the Hive Wagon is in terrible need of attention. It's do or die time right now for me. That is, I don't know why I laugh. It's like, but it is. But this has been so important, you know. I got to figure out a way to be able to do it all, and take care of my responsibilities too. More will be revealed and prayerfully soon. Right, Lord, Let Freedom Ring is, oh, Tommy Temper and a cool, oh, that's cool. You told me about that and I just forget so bad, I'm sorry. Hey Denise, Golden Mom, everybody. Right, Golden Mom, that's gonna have to do for now, right? Someone sent me a note last night after I finished streaming saying, it's all about the Cash App, right? And they got a little paragraph back. Thank you, Third. It's so great to have you on board too. I wrenched David as well because he wanted to restream. So I don't know if he hops on and asks to restream. That's fine. Just ask him to plug me. If anyone's going to restream, they should plug, right? Now the thing like Tommy Temper, that's a plug all in itself. But it's all good. I mean, I think he would anyway. Lindy, no violence. Yeah, I had to whisper in a couple of the women's ears last night. And they may not be aware that that's their goal. I mean, and Whistle Girl said it straight up at the march last Saturday, you know, that's their goal, to get them to get people to hit them. Because it would just put our side of things in a bad light, and that's their intention to do that. That's what they're about. Plus, I believe they get more money for it. Glory be, what's my 20 location? Gary, what does that mean? What's a 20 location? Is that a military term? I'm on my way to the Gulag. Now remember, we had a stormtrooper that wasn't stormtrooper once. Because they call them counter-protesters and say that that they have their right to First Amendment. They have their First Amendment rights as well. But it's not a First Amendment right being fulfilled when you're up in my space, whistling in my ears directly with high-pitched whistles continuously, causing me damage. You know, that's not First Amendment right. That's assault. So why they don't get arrested is beyond me. Except that they're... we've already talked about all that. It's possible that they could be protected. That they would be being protected. That's a possibility. What's your 20 means? What's your location? Oh, cool, Gary. I didn't know that one. I'll be there very soon. You reported AP? Oh, there you go, Bonnie. Awesome. Yeah, that is good. I'm glad Roger's taking a night off. Some people were saying that Whistle Girl got arrested the other day. She was not arrested. An officer came over to help me, but they did not. She threatened to arrest Whistle Girl, but at that point in time, she had not been arrested. She was not arrested. I don't know if she did or not. Stormtrooper, how sweet are you? Thank you, hon. Thank you for the plug. I appreciate it. You're not feeling well, Third? Or are you just relaxing? Sorry you didn't sleep well last night. I do get my turns last minute sometimes. Oh my gosh. I got my mind on driving and getting there. Oh, Stormtrooper's been talking to Sherry. I was talking to Sherry today, and I let her know they've got plans, and I really can't do what they're planning because I'm in the hole so bad. I'm really financially in the hole, really, really bad, and that's just the way it is. And Sherry said, I just need to let you all know. And I said, well, you know, we plug that this is crowdfunded citizen journalism all the time, you know. She's like, no, you need to let people know where you're at. And But now I know why stormtroopers plug in, because they want me to go with them. But how nice is that, to have friends that want you to go and that appreciate the work that you're doing too, that they would want you to be there. Like, how beautiful is that? Thank you, Roger. And Sherry and Steve and everybody else. Thank you so much. Sorry we're a little late, y'all. Now, if anyone doesn't want to miss any of the vigil, I mean, it's already started. You can catch Randy's, and you can access that through the A4justice.org. The A4justice.org, because I don't want anybody to miss any of the vigil. Oh my gosh, Kimberly, you're so welcome. But don't forget Doug Mudge too. Doug Mudge, and then also Randy. But I know Stormtrooper and I definitely appreciate your support. People are playing soccer. Oh, these roads. Bonnie says, I'll see you when you get there. Sounds good, hun. Why aren't I charging? Oh my gosh, it sounds like the bottom's gonna come out of my car. Oh goodness. Hello, hello, Lily. Okay, it's gracious. This road's like four-wheeling. Alright, so hopefully that's charging. The screen on this phone doesn't let you know if it's actually charging or not. It's weird. It's gonna fall off eventually because we couldn't find the bracket that holds the front end of it on. Like, I have a new exhaust, I had to get a new one, but last year. But there's just this one little bracket that rusted out, and my Johnny, the mechanic, he couldn't find it anywhere. And then I took off with the People's Convoy and haven't stopped yet, and can't get it fixed right now. So, all right. I can't talk about what all my car needs or what all my financial needs are right now, because I want to not cry. I want to focus on my needs. I'm better at talking about your needs. Has anyone noticed that? I'm so much better at helping people, other people. Oh, but this, where I'm at financially right now is all new. I've made my choices, and I feel like this is so important for all of us, and it's cost a lot. That's all. God bless y'all. Thank you. Thanks, Gloria. I've never been good at it. Never, and then of course I'll tell all my clients and stuff, oh my gosh, I can't go in there. Jeez Louise, it's a one-way. I missed my exit. My turn. I'll tell my clients always, that you can't get something if you don't ask for it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like thinking to myself, what a hypocrite I am. Telling them to do it, and then I'm like so bad at it. But I will tell them, like I'll admit to it, them that, I'm still not that great at it. And this car is only a 2012, and it's just this little bracket that holds that front end of the something on. I don't know. So it just rattles around. Let's see. Let's go back to East Capitol Street. Oh, that's awesome. At the, I didn't know if you were going to put it out there or not, Stormtrooper. Just for the bracket. Dagman, it's real. God bless you, honey. It's just a matter of finding it too. But there's the car needs. It has a lot of needs. I've put on 22,000 miles since I went to Ohio to join the People's Convoy, and that was March 3rd. 22,000 miles, and you can see how these roads are. And I went all the way out to California and back, and I got a little bit of work done because we were trying to figure out why she cuts off on me, and that was out in California, and they weren't able to fix the issue. But I got an oil change then. But we've got all the sites and everything for the donations. Trust me, I'm very responsible with how I use them. Mostly the donations up to this point have gone to gas, getting us back and forth to all the events, because everybody, we're all feeling that pinch on the gas for sure. That is the majority of it, and then a couple of small bills have been able to get paid with it. I do have investments that I get some income, but it's not. Oh, now you walk, but it's not anything to speak of. That pays another bill. So I'm really putting my finances out there now. And of course I make jewelry and sell it, and I have not been working in my field because I would not be able to do this if I'm helping clients. That's all consuming as well. So I've made a choice to be doing this and not my career. So because I don't feel like I'm gonna have work if I don't do this. Was what initially got me out there. AW, I know. It is worth it though. You know, it is because it's made a difference. It has made a difference. And I got to see it, and I've been able to see it firsthand, you know. It's important work. But it can't be my only thing, obviously. So, oh my gosh, they've got something on top of their car. Bless their hearts. I think they put their sandwich on top of their car or something. Oh no. They turn, I can't let them know. Poor babies. Could you find me on Facebook? I'd love to see what jewelry you make. Just go to my you can just go right to my Facebook page. It's public. Those things are set public. It's Jennifer Oberholzer, and it's, I can't type it in right now, but I'll put a message in the chat once we stop. And you don't have to friend me over or anything. You can just go and scroll down the page and you'll see it. And I always add like new things to it. Mostly right now what I have on there is the leather cuffs, the leather bracelets, slash cuffs, whatever you want to call them, depending on how thick they are. Kind of depends on what people call them, whether they're considered a cuff or a bracelet. But I'm really into doing that. I love doing that. I haven't been doing it as much as I would normally, and you know, I'm not hitting the art shows on the weekend, but I'm still keeping my foot in it. There's Caroline. I've made earrings in the past. I don't too much. I'd have to probably say no, you know, as a general. Haven't really done it. I do a lot of bracelets and some necklaces. Yeah, lots of prayers for Mickey, definitely. She felt really good about both events yesterday too, and because I said something to her, I said they were really, really special, and she appreciated my saying it, and she said she really felt like they were too, which is awesome. Okay, what is that? That does not need to be in there. I sound hoarse because I took a big gulp of my tea when I was leaving out down the road, and I wound up choking on it. Now I'm kind of hoarse. That's so funny. Y'all ever do that? Like, oh my goodness. Don't breathe the tea. All right, where's that other... Boy, there's a lot to juggle for this stuff. Praying for Josh and Justin. Yeah, I talked to Josh, or messaged with Josh for a minute today. Well, I hope this cord's going to work because I don't know where the other ones are. Alright, well, let's just get y'all down there. Let's just do that. I can always dig around for this stuff later. Might need to. Goodness gracious. A message about the magazine from Epic Times. Oh, that magazine looks amazing. I didn't see your message, but I know what you're talking about. Right. Well, that's the plan. That is the plan. Hey, how are you?
It's so funny, isn't it, when people think you're talking to yourself?
Oh, I know, right? I know. I look like a crazy woman anyway, so it all works out.
So
Caroline's in the house.
that's hilarious. Hello. Making jokes. Woo. You're run over by the DC police.
He's our favorite. He's so sweet.
I've never seen him have such a big, like, huge
He was
pickup.
here a lot in the beginning, and then they had him staged over across town, and now he's back.
But he's got a huge pickup.
Our girl was sick last night, and she wrapped herself up in this. I should probably wash it, shouldn't I?
Who's that?
I've forgotten her name. Isn't that awful? Is it Julie? No.
Who are you talking about?
She has long hair. She was here last night. She's not feeling well. She can come off then. She's right after. Oh, yeah, I mean, I've seen the page. I haven't read it, though.
I just talked to him.
Yeah.
And we don't know where he went.
Oh? Yeah, he's home. He's home. Yeah.
That's what I figured he went home.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What is he doing on that side? What do they call it? People of interest. Is that a real site? Or is that one of the security ones?
They can hear you. So yeah, I just need to get my cat down there, and then we can talk. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
You know.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll talk with you in just a minute. Let's get this down there because I'm running late today. I had to get my taxes turned into my CPA. I'm very blessed though that it wasn't too late. All right. Ew, I don't even know what I'm stepping on. It's all sticky. Gross. All right. All right, you heading down? Okay. I got real-time media in here. What's up, Josh? Hey, buddy. Patchy transmission. Oh my gosh, home first, Charlene. Hey, how are you? I finally got my taxes turned into the CPA. Oh my God. Just in the nick of time.
turned into the CPA. Yes.
Good for you.
Time. Like on the way down here. How are you? I can't tell you. I'm trying to find something. Did you have a good day? Did you have a good day? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome. I'm gonna change it. I don't like it. Yeah, you know, you get used to a certain one. Let me set this up over here. How are you? Good. Definitely want to make it down here. I knew it'd be a little light tonight, so I'm glad we're here. Stormtrooper's on the chat. Yeah, I said, you've been talking to Sherry. He's in here plugging away. I said, you've been talking to Sherry. My transmission's lousy again. Oh my goodness. Cash app.
Let's sing this together, even when I don't see it. Come on, even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. You're working. You never stop. You never stop. You never stop. You never stop.
Buffering. Hey guys.
Hey,
how are you? I'm trying to find where it's not buffering.
it's weird.
I'm good. How are you? I got my taxes turned in.
You set up for easy tags.
Want to try that?
Wherever you want, really.
I just got to find where it's, the transmission's okay. Hang in there, y'all. I'm trying. They're scrambling us. I wonder if they're scrambling us, you know?
Whose name is above?
Transmission didn't need to be that bad. I'm
His
good.
name is above depression.
Getting it done.
His name is above loneliness. Oh, his
Nicole.
name
Hey,
is
Tommy.
above disease.
Hey.
His name is above cancer. His name is above every other name.
Did you go to the court today? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I wonder how it went with the Muns.
I'm there tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Okay, so the Muns are tomorrow, y'all. Can you hear? Oh, is it good? Okay. Thank you, Valerie.
Jesus. And that is
What time?
The first round of 3 of them is at 10, and then another 2 afterwards. But I don't know the exact which month or ever.
Right. Same place.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You should tell me the courtroom. Oh, awesome. I know that. I try to use their site and stuff to find things. I can't.
Little chain. Still drinking gin beans, still wear them dirty jeans. Get up every morning cause I'm never go away. What happened to the pop you had back in the day? One flag, one hand. One nation under God, man, it's time to take a stand. We fighting for our freedom, Constitution.
Thank you so much. Hey Gloria, can you send me a text message or third, can you send me a text message? It's courtroom 22A. Nicole, my short-term memory from there to here is awful. It's Judge Howell.
Yeah, courtroom 22A.
Courtroom 22A, 9:30, and then after lunch.
9:30 to 11. And that'll be probably morning till lunch, actually,
Okay.
from when Uncle just looked at it.
Right. Okay, so 9:30 to 11, and then after lunch, 12, maybe.
Yeah, maybe not after lunch. It's going to be 9:30 until lunch, and then at lunch,
Okay.
they should all have their minutes.
Okay, wow. So Uncle Deuce or anyone that's got my text, if you can text me my that information. Judge Howell, 22A, the Munn family, 9:30. And we're gonna see if I'm able to do that. Vote in person November. Amen, Lily. Keep that message, definitely. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gloria. I got it. Jay says it's a Wi-Fi jammer.
Times change, people change when I'm me. My hands on my heart, cause these colors don't bleed.
Is it buffering bad?
You can't take this from me. From the city to the country, everybody race up from Florida to Crab Creek. It's the home of the brave.
Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate you. Awesome.
It's a Patriots pledge. You ain't changing me. It's the land of the free.
All right. Hopefully this thing's charging too.
Changing me. Times change, people change when I'm my hands on my heart.
I'm good. Do you have any
Colors don't. My hands on my heart, cause these colors gone.
What a message to all of us. It's like, holy cow, we better watch what we're saying. And then how many how many times have you hit send on something and then gone back and read it and been like, oh, holy cow, that is not what I meant. Because we use the voice testing and everything else, and then but even when it comes out the way you want it to. So I'm on my way back to the Hope House Treatment Center where I was working. I was bringing the band back after dropping a whole bunch of and I sent a voice text to my director on my way back to the Hope House with the band. And what he got was on my way to the motel to get the band. Yeah. And I actually just seen him dance, so he was like, and then he's like, what, are you just going to take the band? You know, like how it got all this construed, you know?
It's like all the text messages are all one message per slide, but it's like you're expecting to put in PowerPoint and stuff. Why not just show the original form or whatever? You know what I mean? It's just really weird how serious this is and how petty all this stuff is. You know, and Paul had a massive where he said he was going to buy the mask and some love and but he never even really have where they use that as part of the reason to raid him and arrest him. You know what I mean?
Like right on my chat they say it. I'm always like, no violence, y'all. You know, I had someone else say they wanted to get on the plane and fly out here.
When I see that freedom
How that could get misconstrued, you know?
I know it signifies
Big Brother is watching us, y'all. It's awful.
and feels pride.
It's like
Now live the bond that makes us one. There's loyalty and love, and we always set our sights on the brightest star, and the best is yet to
What I'm learning is
come.
hard to do right now.
And from real freedom travel to the highest, you feel the rise and spirit of that relentless American will. United we rise, together we stand, we lift one another up anytime we can. United we rise as we began, we'll make America great again. United we fight for what we know is right. We can't keep us locked down to tell us what is right. It's a future of faith and a choice to make. As the plan we declare that we're American.
I posted on Facebook today this one woman who she was running for president and dropped out. Had dropped the Democratic Party.
Again in a silent prayer, because we know
I know, he's being rude. So,
we can't
dropped he's not a Democrat anymore. He dropped the party. And I love what he said. This is how bad my brain is. I was doing taxes today, like, so, which I did on the way over here. And, I'll put it someplace where I can grab it when I'm not doing it. It's just the way that he said it and why he dropped it. Because it was all of our grievances with the left. All of them. You know, why is it not the I cannot support a party doing all the things that we do wrong. But freaking out so perfectly. To the point, it was all like bullet points. This, coming, that, coming, that, coming. I wanted to point it out. I'm not if I could do it.
the big thing for today with the defense stuff. Now this is after a week and a half, over a week of prosecution, getting all the stuff in there. So they've already gone over all these signal messages, Zello messages. There's some other kind of, I forget what it is, but it's like a conference call kind of thing. Not sure. But so like, so they've already been through all this, and the defense I covered today, that all the signal messages, it's taken back, yes we can, what everybody was thinking. So they didn't disclose that, so it's like they put these in there, connect in there, and now all of a sudden it sounds not. Does that make sense? So it'll say on the message, the jury's already heard all this stuff. You know, and we look at where like we're gonna go with that. Now all that stuff just tells you, you know, like not to consider that for a jury to be shown a series of slides where it goes from November to January, back to November, then to December. It's not for a lot of people.
You know how I am a little bit, right? I am reviewing with, you know, thank God I'm not sitting on that jury. I would be spinning. I would be
Well, I'm sure they're all trying to follow along. And how do you follow along on something where you're not going across the border?
oh my God. So bad.
Yeah.
That's so bad. How to know that it's not from God? Because it's chaos. How to know that Satan's all over it? Because it's chaos. Absolutely. Yeah. The Oath Keeper of Trial, you guys, sounds like a whole bunch of chaos. I'm talking to Justin. Oh my gosh. I'm going to slide you down.
Like sitting in on something like that. Like, I would rather it be really interesting and like, you know, follow along. But it's like, it doesn't have credibility. It's like, watch it up. Yeah, is it like more different? You know, am I supposed to believe it? I don't think so. But I mean, it's good to show support and all that.
And I'm not saying everybody's innocent, you know, of all crimes. I'm not saying that. It doesn't look good, you know, for how they're going about it. You know, like the government, how they're coming at everybody. It feels like we're in those old movies, you know, from back behind the iron wall. It feels like that, doesn't it? It is so weird. I mean, everybody keeps bringing up Red Dawn, and it does. It feels that way. All those drug movies from the 80s that we grew up with, you know, it's like, oh my gosh. It's very different times. Who knew that all this technology would just wind up being, yeah. I mean, I guess that's been in the sci-fi from day one. Because like, Will Robinson, Danger Will Robinson, you know, even that robot that was his friend wound up turning on him in a couple shows, you know? You know, they've always been showing the possibilities of it. I used to be really afraid to do a whole lot of things on the computer because I was like, if anyone's going to download a virus or whatever, it's going to be me. And I've done some crazy stuff, and it works, you know. But it's like I can't function in this world if I don't use that. And you get to the point where you're just like, oh screw it, whatever, I just got to do it. We download apps and we just get them going. And we just say accept. But actually, it said in there that you were going to have to go and do your first child and whatever. Yeah, you know. Yeah, we're just in a big old hurry. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. What are you up to? Nothing. You better not be. Transmission, is everybody still in? Oh good, it's still working. It says it's not good. Hey Angela. Hi everybody. Is the picture patchy or is it staying? Sing a little louder. Virtual Virtual hugs, absolutely. It's not great. Okay. Let's try it over here again. Still trying to find that good transmission. Oh, it's still not great. It's really bad. You guys, I'm like not getting a break anywhere. You see? Hello, good evening. I'm not getting good transmission anywhere. Like the whole zone. Tommy, how's your transmission? Yeah, do you have a decent Wi-Fi or anything? Hi, how are you? Welcome back. No matter where I go, it says lousy transmission. We will not be silenced.
I can't do it for you. It's so written on your
Oh
heart.
no, Bruce, I hope you feel better. I'm sorry, honey.
When you sing, enemies flee.
Terrible day. Oh, has it been bad,
When
Bruce?
you
Okay.
sing, prison walls come falling down.
You guys, can I put this right here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just remember it's here.
Just begin to lift up your hallelujah.
We're just gonna have to go with this spot and hope for the best.
Okay, so at this time we're going to give an update of court today.
Okay, so Justin and I went to Oath Keepers this morning, and they had a long weekend, so I hope the jury was rested and their ears were listening, because there was, I would say even by the time we got into court, they were still arguing over matters back and forth. The defense dropped about 4 or 5 terabytes of information, not the defense, the government, the prosecution dropped 4 or 5 terabytes worth of discovery onto the defense on Saturday. Of course, there's no way for them to review that information. It's probably just a distraction because they're a bunch of liars. And so they argued over that. There's also an argument over a video that the defense wants to show the full video, but the government only wants you to see 3 minutes of it. Okay. So, there's a problem there because I'm sure they're hiding something there. No doubt. So at the end of the week, we ended with Special Agent Cody, that he was in charge of reviewing messages throughout, November to, 20 to 22 early January, obviously. So he gets on the stand, and he's being crossed by Julie Holler, we don't know. She seems really nervous, didn't she? Didn't you think she seemed kind of nervous? But she wasn't. So there's been a whole issue throughout all of the cases and everything the government has presented. There's a discrepancy on time and dates, and not really sure how these messages fit in. But what she got the FBI to explain today, and Justin taught me a new word called Zulu time. I didn't know that word before. So that is universal time, Greenwich Standard Time. I guess there's all these different ways to say it. But if a message has been deleted off a device, and when they extract the message from the phone or computer, they have to use a universal time. So this Greenwich Standard Time is what, 7 hours ahead?
6 or 7, yeah.
I don't know. And
Way off.
yeah, so the government has not been making a distinction between these times, which can also lead to different dates and how these messages fit all in there. And they're not really being forthcoming with that information to the jury. But Heller made sure of it, that they were clear, and made S.A. Cody very uncomfortable. All he could do was just stare at the government's table like, what am I supposed to say now? Yeah. And I'll let Justin talk on some of that.
I mean, just think about what the jury has already been shown. You know, they've been shown Signal chats. They've been shown, Zello emails. What was the conference call? Go-to meetings. So they've been shown all this stuff, and it's not even. They all need to be on the same time. You know what I mean? Comparing apples to apples, right?
Right.
And it also should be in chronological order. They're going through slides. November, December, back to November, back to December, and these are all just one message slides. So it's not really a two-way conversation. So think of how confusing that would be to a juror. You've got 5 people in there being tried at the same time. All these attorneys packed in there, and you're being shown stuff where the time could be 6 to 7 hours off from what you're thinking it is, and then being shown all these slides jumping back and forth. November, December, November. So I mean, it's a disaster what I'm watching as far as the prosecution. The defense is doing a good job, but the prosecution, I mean, they've got the judge on their side. If the defense objects to something, it's like, oh, why are you objecting? The prosecution is just sitting there all day long objecting to, every couple sentences. So.
Yes.
My question was, are they trying to piece a conversation together from November and December and November,
Yeah.
and they're trying to make it sound like one conversation? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they're trying to do that. Also, the fact of the matter is that like 3 of these guys that are sitting here, 3 or 5 of the Oath Keepers that are being charged with seditious conspiracy never once had a conversation or message with Stuart Rhodes. So that is a fact. There's also about 4,000 messages that are out there on these Signal chats, and the government hasn't investigated enough to see if Kelly Meggs and Kelly Sorrell, which, for reference, Kelly Sorrell was the attorney for Stuart Rhodes and the Oath Keepers at one time. She's now been arrested. But the government didn't investigate deep enough to see what Kelly is saying what. That is the deep investigation these FBI agents are doing. There's a lot of inflammatory things they tried to show today. They were showing things taken from Jessica Watkins' apartment. Okay, they wanted to take pictures of her weapons. Well, that's not real scary in Ohio, where she lives, and she's a registered gun owner. that's all okay. They're just trying to inflame the jury. They showed her tactical vest that they gathered from her apartment. Well, you know what Jess had in her tactical vest? Medical supplies. She had medical supplies in there. But they want to know why it weighs so much. Well, she does have some armor in there, but that is a protective device. That's not something, that you do. There's also all these instances where they're trying to prove that even asking the FBI agents, Attorney Bright, on cross of Special Agent Eller, who is an agent out of Cincinnati who investigated Jessica Watkins and other members in Ohio. He had to say he didn't say, he just stared at the lawyer, and then Meta made it go away. But the question was, throughout all of these messages that you've investigated, do you see any planning for January 6th? And he just looked. And Meta wanted it rephrased. And then finally, Bright just withdrew the question. He also asked, what was the other question? I forgot. Basically, all the questions were asking if Jessica Watkins had a training plan for January 3rd through the 9th, how could she be planning to storm the Capitol at the same time? Once again, Meta didn't allow the question to go through, and he just withdrew the question and ended his line of conversation. But we all get it. We all see. We all read the messages in the courtroom. Something Justin and I was talking about is that these FBI agents are so in bed with this narrative that they have no idea. If you ask them a question, the defense asks them, they don't know what to do except to stare at the government because they're not sure what they're supposed to say. So they just wait for the judge to say, we're not going to go along this line of questioning. If we can't hold all of these officials culpable and we can't depend on our government to hold them culpable, it's up to we the people to hold them culpable. But then what's going to happen to us? Are they telling us by all these show trials that we're going to be sitting there if we continue to ask people to stand up and say we're not going to take it? Because that's basically what all these people did that day. The majority of Americans that went on January 6th went because it was time to take a stand against a corrupt government. And now they're being punished for it. And they're being ridiculed and lied about. And what is going to happen to the average American that stands up again? Are they going to do the same thing to us? Well, yeah, they may. But they can't lock us all up. They can't. And, the fact of the matter is that one day there will be a reckoning and the lies will come out. The average American needs to know what's going on in these courtrooms is a sham. And you cannot trust what's happening. They are proving a narrative. They're not proving the law. And it is disgusting sitting in there. It's disheartening. You see these veterans sitting there, and all they did was stand up for their country that day, and we are basically just going to degrade them and ridicule them and call them insane. I'm not having it. Every day it takes so much for us to bite our tongue, and we just look at them in support, and they need to know that we the people are out here because they stood up for us, and we have to stand up for them.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
Who's running that trial in that judge's court? Is that judge running that trial, or is somebody else running that trial?
Pretty sure he's a puppet.
Yeah.
Good question, Steve.
Yeah.
That's his courtroom. That judge is king in that courtroom.
Right.
If he ain't running that trial, then somebody else is, obviously. You can't ask that question. You can't ask this question.
You can't ask anything.
Right.
You'll get escorted around like Randy.
All right, we love you guys so much, and we're going to be back in court tomorrow. And I just ask for everyone to send a prayer out for the Munn family and for the other Oath Keepers and other persecuted J6ers.
Nicole. Yeah, thank you, Nicole.
How did you do that?
Okay, you're on, John.
All right. Good evening, DC Gulag. Welcome to the Jan 6 Family Hour. My name is John, a.k.a. DJ Jerome. I'll be your unapologetic Christopher Columbus for the night. Sailing the seas of discovering new ground, holding my head high, while proving the world is round.
Hey, Ricky.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
baby. I am broadcasting to you live from inside a foreign land run by savages who will scalp you and cut your heart out. The DC Gulag.
God bless you. Mm.
So, yesterday was not only the birthday of the most magnificent patriot in American history, Ashley Babbitt. It was also proudly Columbus Day. I am an Italian from a big Guido family, so I personally hold Columbus Day dear to my heart. I am honored to share that day with Ashley. But both Columbus and Ashley celebrate Ingenious People's Day, or whatever it's called. That way there will be no other great holiday to compete with Ingenious People's Day. Think of it now. Think of it now. They will have no distractions from celebrating the amazing Marxist Ingenious People's Day, right? Oh yeah. Marxists everywhere
Can y'all hear
can
him?
then recognize the ingenious who invented popcorn, or the ingenious who pioneered the earliest feminist protest movement to, quote, to hashtag free the nips. I'm sure Columbus and his men really appreciated that one.
He said he was going to be unapologetic.
and no Ingenious People's Day would be complete without showing the utmost respect to the ingenious who perfected the art of scalping an entire family of 12 in less Ingenious People's Day. All right, we have a fantastic show for you tonight. We will be joined by one amazing patriot who will make you feel more appropriate than the District of Columbia, changing its NFL team from the Washington Redskins to the Washington Commies. Then at 9 p.m., we will sing our great national anthem louder than an ingenious banging a drum in the face of Nicholas Sandman. Cass is just looking at me right now. But first, I must thank you all for showing up, and for those of you watching online, thank you so much, and God bless you. We love you so much. Please share this live stream with every media contact and politician you can. I don't care if it's AOC's neglected abuela or Elizabeth Warren's fake ingenious backstory. It really makes a difference. Now, to our favorite conquistadora of all, the greatest explorer and adventurer in U.S. history, our very own leader and captain, Mama Mickey. Yes, ma'am. We love you so much. Thank you for coming to save this land we adore. God bless you. I love you, Mama. Alright, so if anyone would like to support this movement, please visit ForAshley.com. That is the number 4, Ashley with an I.com. And if you would like to get to know us better in our own words, from audio or written word, or get to know the Vigil operators, the live stream operators from the Vigil, please visit wearegoodmen.com. That is wearegoodmen.com. And there is one more reason. Here we go. I have one more plug. All right. I want to read this real quick, and this is something that is near and dear to our hearts in here, that we are an initiative we are starting with the help of Randy and Mickey and everybody and everybody out there. You guys are just so helpful, and we're grateful for this. It's, this initiative is the Jan 6 for DC Kids Christmas initiative, and I want to read this to you, and then I'll tell you how to get to the link. Okay. Dear fellow patriots, Christmas is quickly approaching. As I sit here in the D.C. jail with my fellow January 6 detainees, we are not only saddened by our inhumane conditions and the violation of our constitutional rights, but we are also saddened because we are unable to give back to our communities like so many of us do normally all year round. Our community is now DC, and the Christmas season is supposed to be a special time of year. Our brothers and sisters in general population endure the same inhumane treatment and loss of their families as we Jan 6ers do, except we Jan 6ers have a unique ability to fundraise. So just like last year, when we raised $14,000, we are running this fundraiser again this year to help give the children of our fellow Americans in general population a better Christmas experience. We might not be able to buy them their freedom, but at least we can help bring smiles to their kids' faces for the holidays. We will be donating the funds raised on this Give, Send, Go page we've set up with the help of Randy Ireland to Angel Tree, which is a charity that already operates in the DC jail to assist inmates with their children back home. Please help us make the Christmas season a little better for good DC families stuck in this rotten system of incarceration. God bless you, God bless America, and may God especially bless the good citizens of Washington, D.C. stuck in this terrible jail.
God
And
bless
that is sign,
you.
strength, and honor to Jan 6ers. And so and you can find that link. That is givesendgo.com/Jan6 for DC Kids 2022. Or you can go to Americans for Justice, so it's A4Justice.org. You go to the support page, click on the support page, and you'll see that fundraiser as well. Or you can go to wearegoodmen.com, and you can click on the Featured Patriots and the Featured Patriots button right there at the top, and the Children's Christmas fundraiser will be right on top above the Featured Patriots, because these are also patriots as well in general population, and we need to support them and help them. So I will call you right back with Cash Kelly.
Thank you, John.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Wow. Once again, they just blow me away with how generous they are to all of us out here, how they pray for us, and it's amazing spirituality from inside of horrible conditions in a lousy situation. It's just really remarkable. That's the human spirit right there. Beautiful. We still have our family here from Oregon. Y'all wave. Just wave. Our family from Oregon still. Just wave to everybody. Awesome, thank you. Are they sweet? Oh my gosh. God bless them. They drove 4 days to be here. 4 days. Isn't that amazing? Not everybody can do that, but man, that was quite a trek. Silly for him. They're remarkable. Under the worst of conditions too, they're just remarkable. Amazing. Who we have?
Oh, not yet. Hold on. Okay, you were on now.
All right. We've got Cash Kelly, a 33-year-old social media influencer. From gangbanger and street thug to youth saver and free hugs, the chocolate mega teddy bear himself, Cash Kelly.
Cash.
This man just called me a chocolate teddy bear.
Chocolate is always
How are y'all doing up there?
Yes. Thank you.
I'm doing. I appreciate everybody that's out there. I appreciate all the support. I just wanted to come on and just say hello to everybody and let you know that we appreciate you in here. Mama Mickey, appreciate you, love you to death. Randy, brother, I love you to death, man. I really do. I appreciate you, bro. You go pretty hard for us in here. So thank you for that.
Thank you, brother.
As far as my man John, DJ Jerome, oh man, I sat through all of that. I I just sat through all of that right now, and I didn't know how to feel because I love dark humor, but I'm like, he's borderline it right now. But what got me? This is what got me. I gotta say this. I gotta say it. This man just said, I'm all for helping, and you know, I'm all about the kids all day long. Everybody knows that about me. Give back to the community, give back to the kids all day. But everybody ain't no pastry. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Right over there, you know, some people probably had I have a bad history myself from when I was young in my youth, but I mean, you know, I'm assuming, I'm just don't be a devil's advocate here, but I'm assuming that a lot of these guys on the other side are murdery, rapey, they've done some things, I know, because I've met a couple of them in passing, you know, and
Oh no!
don't
judge.
Me a little bit, so I just want to clear that up. I agree with almost everything John says, but I disagree with some of the stuff he said. I'm not going to get technical. Jesus.
But the point is, but we need to help their children.
Definitely, all day, help the children. I'm all for that, 100%. I'm just giving John a very hard time right now because he knows what I'm talking about. We've seen some of these guys. We're helping the good guys. I will say that. We're helping out the good kids, the good families, like he said. But man, I definitely don't want to help out that brother that we met. Well, I tell you, oh my God, he scared me a little bit. I thought I might get murdered or something, you know? But, yeah. I'm just adding to the humor here, man, because he does a good job with the whole DJ Jerome. But no, in all seriousness, definitely go and support them kids, man, because the holidays are about giving and being there, being there for people, let them have a good experience as well. So definitely go and check that out, everybody that's listening right now. What is it, John? The DC for Kids? Jan 6 to DC Kids 2022. Yeah, definitely go check that out because last year it was really great. And some of the guys, we actually heard that they were telling us thank you and stuff. Because not only did we do that, but inside of here we got together a bunch of commissary and we gave it to the pods next door to us.
All right.
And they were like, yo, tell them guys we said thank you. So, and that also comes from all of you guys out there that order us commissary, that we just get bags from random people. So we appreciate it, and I'm sure them guys definitely did too.
Praise God.
That's good to know.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But Mama Mickey,
Yes.
And
how
these are
are
the kind
you?
of people we're going to
okay.
look up.
How about you?
Doing all right?
Yeah.
I'm hanging in there. I was just I was just in my cell a little bit today before I started working out, doing my little meditation, reading a little bit, and I had a little thought that I would like to share with you guys.
Okay.
So it's a really messed up time, I guess, in the country. I talked to my friend Anthony Russo from Be The Change. If you guys want to go check him out, you can check out his page on Facebook, YouTube, Be The Change, # Be The Change. It's a divide right now throughout the country on a lot of different things. It's like everything that they put in the media is meant to make people choose a side. That's the vibe that I get. It's just all about choosing a side. Either you stand with us on this, or you stand against this, or whatever it is. And it's forcing people to look at each other as enemies. Like when we have counter protesters come out there and mess with you guys, they probably in their mind they're divided, of course, but they're looking at everybody like, I don't like these people. I don't like what they stand for, so I don't like them. And it's a sad thing. So while I was meditating and there thinking about all this, it made me think, it's okay to disagree with somebody. It's okay to, I don't stand for something that somebody else stands for, but I'm not going to disrespect that person when they're standing for what they stand for. And I feel like the way that we can get to a bit of peace and unity amongst each other is to let people believe what they believe and let that be that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody curse you out for standing against abortion, and you say, God bless. You know what I'm saying? Because it's bad. It's really bad out there right now. People get drawn into arguments based off of idea. Literally, you're drawn into arguments on ideas.
What we miss the most is the golden rule. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
110%. Jesus said it best. He said there's two things. You can sum up the whole commandments in two. He said, love God with all your heart, mind, body, and soul, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. And so what I think about when I hear that is when you're looking at, when you say you love God, that means that you're going to try to be a good person on this planet, and you're going to give thanks. You're going to be thankful for the things that you have. You're not going to be looking at things that you don't have and being ungrateful. You're going to be thankful for the life that you have and the things that you have in that life, right? But when it comes to your neighbor, you're not going to go and punch a neighbor in the mouth because, you know, they like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Or they like Biden.
Right.
You're not going to go and take something from somebody just because you don't have it. But if somebody asks you for something, you give to them. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that's what this whole thing is about, even with us in here. You see John, like he really, this time of year when Christmas comes up, he gets excited about this DC for Kids. Like he was talking about it months before. He was excited about, like, we're going to do it again, we're going to do it again. And it doesn't matter about the crimes that anybody committed. You know, it doesn't matter about why people are where they are in life. It's about just giving, just being there, extending. I got a new saying that I thought about today, and it's this. It's kind of like a little, you know, question that leads into a thought, right? Why God gave you a hand? Why He gave us hands?
To help each other out.
Exactly. He gave us hands so we can extend them to the person that's in need around us and lift them up.
I just
You know what I'm saying?
I have to say though, that, we support people's First Amendment rights out here, and some of them come and protest like regular human beings. But you know, the one that has been out here most is just that. That's kind of hard to get behind. But you know,
Of course, 100%.
But I don't even believe this girl believes what she's saying. I think that she gets paid to come say it. You know what I mean? I think that
100%. Money rules people sometimes.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And that's disgusting. But you know, when I hear that right there, when I hear that, like, it makes me hurt for you, but it makes me think, what is wrong with that person? Like, what if somebody did to that person to make them foul enough to say or do some of the things that they do? Because I remember at a time of my life when I was young, right? I'm gonna tell you guys a little something about me. When I was 14, I was abandoned. I was homeless, and all I had was the streets. I was sleeping on abandoned porches, and I had my gun. I had a 25. And I was angry. I was angry at the world. I was angry that I didn't have a dad. I was angry that my mom was out, you know, on drugs and didn't care about me, abandoned me. And I went out and I acted a fool. Like, I've done some really wrong things as a teenager, you know? And it was because I was hurt. I was hurting. That's all it came from. I didn't see somebody and be like, oh, I hate this person. No, it was, I hate my existence. I hate that I'm forced to have to live the way that I live right now. I hate that I don't have my mom. I hate that I don't have a home. I hate that I'm cold. I hate that I'm hungry. That's the God's honest truth. I was a troubled teen. And I did some really messed up stuff. So for that person, they got to be in a place like that to be able to commit to saying the things that they say, you know? And I'm sorry that you got to go through that, Mama Mickey. It's not an excuse for them. But I'm just saying, you got to have a real strong heart to be able to handle that and handle a lot of things that's been thrown at you. So I give you nothing but my respect and my love, my prayers, because shit, man, you deal with it. I'm telling you, you deal with some things out there. I can only imagine. I know right now with all the preaching that I'm doing, I know that if somebody was to say something about my kid, it'd be real hard for me not to put my hands on them. So
yeah, well,
big ups to you. Kudos.
Thank you. I'm trying to learn how. I've had guidance. I'm trying to learn how to pray for my enemies beyond. I hope she swallows that whistle, or I hope she trips and gets arrested. I'm trying to learn how to pray proper out here.
I hear you. Yeah, you know, this life, man, and we only get one of them, you know? We only get one, and it's very, very brief. Very brief. Yeah. And shit, that person, I hope they get it right before their life is over.
Amen.
You know?
I hope so too.
Yeah, but that's my message, man. It's more one of unity. Like, you know me, I come on here and just like speak about how we can lift each other, bring each other together. Because that's what it's about at the end of the day.
Everybody's American, and we have more in common and different, so we appreciate that.
All day. I appreciate you all, straight up. So one more thing I gotta say before I go. I don't know if you guys know this, but my fiance just told me, actually. She told me that my video that I did, I don't know if you guys seen it when I got the guy to end up voting for Trump, when we were doing the voter registration, because I was voting for Biden, but now I'm voting for Trump.
Okay.
That video just hit 34 million views.
Wow.
That's pretty dope.
Congratulations.
So you guys could go and check it out, you know. Keep it alive. I should be home by July next year.
Check it out, y'all.
Doing exactly what I was doing before. Hopefully, if they let me travel, I'll be out there with you guys protesting. So, yeah.
All right, so he said hopefully he'll be out here July.
All right, Mom
So
Nikki, I
that lets you
appreciate
know a
you.
little bit
I love you.
how it went.
Randy, I love you, my brother. Everybody that's watching, I love you guys, and I appreciate you and everything that you're doing. Please share the hell out of these streams. Whoever's streaming, if you're watching, share it right now. Hit the like button and let everybody know that they can come and watch.
Thank you, Cash.
USA! 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 USA!
Thank you, brother.
All right, peace out.
Definitely check out his video. That was good stuff, y'all. Oh my gosh. Wow. No, you're good. You're good. No, go wherever you want. Yeah, that was good. She just made these for us to hand out. And I'm hoping you can see it. There we go. This is the one side. I'm going to hold it here for a second in case anybody wants to take a screenshot. Go ahead. She made 500 of these to hand out. And I asked for a nice little stack, and she said, come and get some more if I run out. And then, whoop, here, I'll hold it here. Can you see it? It's got a lot of the websites on it. I thought that was brilliant. What a nice thing to do, and that's not cheap. That was really great. So instead of getting into it with people, I could just be like, well, check it out. I hope you'll be willing to check it out. You know, I could just say that. Isn't that great? Charging this thing or not. I've got the thing telling me I've got a weak transmission, so I can't tell if it's charging. Don't fight. You can be a change in the world. I love that, Kathy. Bless you. I was telling you, that's a really nice compliment when your friends want you with them. You know, I thank you so very much. Oh, that's cool, Bonnie. I'll have to check it out later. I haven't seen it. Quite honestly, I'd never heard of Cass Kelly until all of this. My clients would have heard of him, but I usually get home from work and the most you see on my TV usually is like an old movie. Oh no, really? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Shame on Facebook for that. That's a shame.
Then I drive home, sing a new song. All the glory to the God of love. All the glory to the God of love. All the glory to the God of love.
Yeah, that was a lot of great positive from all the guys. That's amazing.
Okay, we have Sherry here who would like to share.
This really falls beautifully with that song about Jesus. About Jesus is the God of love. You would think. After that song, this really fits in with what I wanted to give a message to everybody out there. At the heart of me is my love for my Savior. And this movement, where I'm at today, for all those who are out there and want the courage or don't have the funds, I want you to know what you find here is love. And this is amazing, because what I wanted to share with you is that Christ loved his people. And it was his people that injured him. It was his own, like what's happened here. Their own injured them for greed, for power. And so the one thing I wanted to share with you, two things. Persecution is a heritage of the righteous, so we must offset offenses by spiritual ministry for the welfare of souls. This is what you find here, is the ministering to souls. The other thing yesterday I wanted to say to everyone, when we hear evil, when we hear negative things, and there's so much love here, it's better and more fun here. But this one quote is so applicable. Vice cannot stand before one moment of virtue's uplifted hand. And I leave this with you, lovingly, a follower of Jesus Christ, and these people are too.
Amen. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Cher. Oh. Oh my gosh. That was beautiful.
I walked through a county courthouse square. On a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, "Your old courthouse is kind of run down." He said, "No, it'll do for our little town." I said, "Your old flagpole is leaned a little bit, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it."
That was beautiful. Oh my gosh.
He said, "Have a seat." And I sat down. "Is this the first time you've been to our little town?" I said, "I think it is." He said, "I don't like to brag, but we're kind of proud of that ragged old flag. You see, we got a little hole in that flag there when Washington took it across the Delaware. And it got powder burned the night that Francis Scott Key sat watching it write and say, 'Can you see?' And it got a bad rip in New Orleans with Pakenham and Jackson tugging at its seams. And it almost fell at the Alamo beside the Texas flag, but she waved on though. She got cut with a sword at Chancellorsville, and she got cut again at Shiloh Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg, and the south wind blew hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she got a big hole from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II. She hung limp and low a time or two. She was in Korea, Vietnam. She went where she was sent by her Uncle Sam. She waved from our ships upon the briny foam, and now they've about quit waving back here at home. In her own good land here, she's been abused. She's been burned, dishonored, denied, and refused. And the government for which she stands is scandalized throughout the land. And she's getting threadbare and she's wearing thin, but she's in good shape for the shape she's in. 'Cause she's been through the fire before. And I believe she can take a whole lot more. So we raise her up every morning, we take her down every night, we don't let her touch the ground, and we fold her up right. On second thought, I do like to brag, 'cause I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag.
When the night seems to say all is lost, gone away, but I know I'm not alone. By the light, she stands. There she waits, faithful friend, shimmering stars, westward wind. Show the way, carry me to the place she stands. Just when you think it might be over, just when you think the fight is gone, someone will risk his life to raise her. There she stands. awesome God He reigns. From heaven above we raise some power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns. From heaven above we raise some power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns. From heaven above we raise some power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Some God is an awesome God. He reigns. From heaven above we raise some power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Some God is an awesome God. He reigns. From heaven above we raise some power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Some God is an awesome God. He reigns. From heaven above we raise some power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Is an awesome God. He reigns. From heaven above we raise some power and love. Our God is an awesome God. Is an awesome God. He reigns. From heaven above we raise some power and love. Our God is an awesome
Okay, I just wanted to highlight a Gifts and Go for tonight. The Gifts and Go for tonight is for Brian Jackson. The link for that would be www.givesandgo.com/G3QGB. G as in God, 3, Q as in Queen, G as in God, B as in boy. Again, that's www.givesandgo.com/G3QGB. He doesn't have a lot of support right now. His bond hearing got denied. So anything that anybody could give to support him would be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Oh.
I also, well, I don't know if you guys saw in the media, but in Belarus, there was a group of patriots that came out and actually laid down flowers and all of that for Ashley Babbitt yesterday to commemorate her. And so we wanted to give a big shout out. You know, the one thing I can say is, well, I'll let Mickey.
It's amazing to know people all over the world know my daughter's name and her sacrifice. So it was a touching situation, and you know, sometimes Twitter sucks and sometimes it doesn't. So you get to know things like that. And thank you, Belarus, and anybody else in the country or the world that celebrated Ashley's birthday yesterday with a candle or a flower. God bless you, and thank you so much.
Let me give a couple of updates. One is, many of you know we've spoken at length about the Munn and the Munn family. Great family. I believe, I haven't received the word, I've reached out, but they should be here in DC now. They will be facing sentencing tomorrow. We'll be in the courtroom with them. So I just wanted to mention, you know, keep them in your prayers. Ideally, they won't, you know, face any jail time, but at the same time, it's, you know, we need to pray that, you know, God would be with the judge and all of that, and hopefully everything will go well for them tomorrow. I know a couple of them wanted to be here tonight, but hopefully they will be here joining us tomorrow night. Above and beyond that, you know, one thing, there is a gentleman who has been sentenced. I know a lot of us really, I mean, I've been doing this for a year and a half, and I had heard his name a couple of times, but I never really spoke with him until about a week and a half ago. His name is Thomas Webster, and there should be an article coming out tomorrow, and I'm actually, I'm kind of looking forward. I think tomorrow he'll probably be calling in. He's been sentenced. His background story is this: he's a Marine. He's also a 21-year NYPD police officer, retired, and he was here on January 6th. And you know, I'm not going to get into his case or anything like that, but he took his case to trial, was found guilty, and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. 10 years. Now, you know, I can't wait for tomorrow for him to call in and just, you know, speak to everybody about, you know, his circumstance and everything surrounding it all. But, you know, this is something that rings true, especially as it relates to January 6th. You know, anyone involved in law enforcement, any firefighters, first line defenders, and especially military veterans, it just seems to me the people facing the stiffest charges and the stiffest time are exactly these individuals. And I would even throw in Christian. You know what I mean? Many of these guys wrapped up in January 6th, not only behind these bars, but all across the country. The vast majority of them are Christians. The vast majority of them are military veterans with military experience. And more importantly, until January 6th and they got caught up in a lot of this, they never ever spent a day in jail, never did spend a day in prison. Many of them are pillars of their community. Their husbands, their fathers, you know, their families are absolutely devastated and destroyed by going through this. You know, and it's like, that's the one thing, I mean, you know, we really need to work hard, extra hard on getting the truth out there about all of these cases, each of these guys, all of their families. You know what I mean? if this kind of thing can happen to them, this kind of thing can happen to us, and it will. Make no mistake about it. We need to get the truth out there, and we need to stand up against this nonsense. This political, that's what it is. It's all politicized, you know. So, you know, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hopefully, Thomas Webster will be able to call in tomorrow night. But if you don't know a whole lot about him and about his case, you know, Google it, search it. We get some articles that will be coming out hopefully tomorrow at some point. But just the circumstances surrounding everything that's happened with him, it's absolutely heartbreaking, and it's so indicative of every single one of these cases. You know,
10-year sentence is a long time.
10-year prison sentence. That's a decade. That's a decade for a guy who, for 25 years of his life, has served this country and this nation valiantly.
That's
very,
crazy.
very much decorated. It's a shame, and you know, the few conversations I've had with him over the last week and a half. What a sweetheart of a guy, you know what I mean? But more, you know, the fire burns inside him to really speak out and try to make a difference, especially for these guys. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to kind of set the stage for that tomorrow evening. But thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Randy.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for
purple mountain majesties above America. God shed His grace on me and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife,
who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. America, America, God shed His grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, thunder. while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder.
Take care of yourself.
Oh yeah, always. Always. Okay. Well, we can think about that while I take it tomorrow. All right, we're ready to. Everybody's out here ready. You're on.
All right. Well, we got to get people in there. All right, I think we're...
USA! 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 USA!
All right.
I love hearing them all yell in the background. Awesome.
All right, thank you. God bless you all. Have a good night.
God bless you.
All right. Bye.
I guess this is, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump in front of you. I don't know why that keeps turning off, because it's probably not charging. You guys, if the phone goes dead, I apologize. This cord is not charging.
Ashley Babbitt, Roseanne Boylan, Kevin Greason, Benjamin Phillips, Officer Brian Sicknick, rest in peace. Thomas Ballard, held 427 days. Pauline Bauer, held 510 days. Joe Biggs, held 537 days. Jeremy Brown, held 376 days. Alan Byerly, held 473 days. Daniel Caldwell, held 608 days. Jake Chansley, held 641 days. William Cressman, held 642 days. Meredith Cleveland, held 641 days. Lonnie Kaufman, held 411 days. Charles Donahoe, held 573 days. Derek Evans, held 70 days. Scott Fairlamb, held 627 days. Brandon Fellows, held 627 days. Kyle Fitzsimon, held 614 days. Mitchell Gardner, held 473 days. Robert Gieswine, held 631 days. James Grant, held 362 days. Matthew Green, held 538 days. Timothy Hale Cusinelli, held 632 days. Kenneth Harrelson, held 580 days. Donald Hazard, held 302 days. Albuquerque Head, held 550 days. Shane Jenkins, held 585 days. Douglas Jensen, held 640 days. Justin Jersey, held 77 days. Daryl Johnson, held 487 days. Cash Kelly, held 635 days. Josiah Kenyon, held 328 days. Julian Cater, held 575 days. Matthew Kroll, held 231 days. Jacob Lang, held 633 days. Nicholas Langard, held 544 days. Cody Mattis, held 369 days. Mark Mazza, held 333 days. James Malt, held 369 days. Ronald Maccabee, held 420 days. James McGrew, held 502 days. Sean McHugh, held 502 days. Jeffrey McKillop, held 575 days. Kelly Meggs, held 600 days. Jonathan Mellis, held 607 days. Garrett Miller, held 629 days. Matthew Ryan Miller, held 624 days. Jordan Mink, held 630 days. Robert Morse, held 448 days. Marshall Neff, held 393 days. Ryan Nichols, held 631 days. Ethan Nordain, held 615 days. William Robert Norwood, held 215 days. Joseph Padilla, held 595 days.